Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gaming the Max and part 11 of our Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich, the Russian Empire. So, in our last episode, we had finally declared war on the Reichspakt. It was a long episode, it was about an hour and a half, which I think we did have been doing very, very well at the start of this war. So, what we did was our Northern Army knocked out the Kingdom of Finland along with Estonia. We lost some land here in Latvia, especially this corner. We knocked out Riga. We also have assisted down here with Iran knocking out Azerbaijan, and now we are just pocketing the Georgian military here. Once these guys are gone, this is all of Georgia. We also have pushed back the Ukrainians pushed us back almost plumb to like Rostov here, back to our borders. Then we have pushed them, had a massive encirclement near Zaporizhzhia and Yuzovka. We had multiple encirclements there. So really, really good. As you can see, everything on the map is defensively green. So that's perfect. And then, of course, we have our red there for the attack on Tiflis. But we're going to start back up. I'm going to keep going. We're going to start doing our doctrines for our military. We're going to do the new cavalry. For this, we need to do direct support armor. And we ought to do the academy. So we're going to do this one next. And then we'll do this one here. So we can get an 18 with guards armor division based on your armor technology. So, and if we have those, we get more divisions per focus. So we can get 3 extra divisions if they're done. And if we have Sergei Markov or Yakov / Yov in military high command, it'll increase our division by 1. It must be like the armor guys. Let's see. I don't see who they were saying. Right here. 67. Yeah, we'll get him. Which is fine. I don't think they said Alexander, did they? No. So yeah, we'll get that guy. That'll be fine. But with that, let's start up on the war. We're letting these guys start to kind of just gain their strength because we will be starting to push. We are a negative 21,000 infantry equipment and almost 800 light tanks. Once we knock out the Ukrainian People's Republic, we can invite Yugoslavia and Romania to join our faction. And we will be doing so at that time. So, yes, let's start on up. I really would like to take my units here and push, but we're not being able to just yet. We did have a breakout here from Belarus. The Germans had it's almost like 10 armor divisions they pushed in there real quick. And we are hemorrhaging convoys out because I, not in the smartest way, asked the United States for a bunch of stuff. And they agreed, but it was a very heavy cost to me. So we should be, if I can click on my own country, be getting equipment from the United States, the Nordic Federation, and the Princely Federation. So we got about a month till we get anything from them, which is fine. Gives us some time. We'll sit here on the defense for a little bit. The more we stay on the defense, the better we are at not losing so much equipment. Here. Better artillery. Someone did say get flamethrower tanks, which I will do. Probably will make them like light tanks or something. Or actually, the comment said medium tanks is the best for flamethrowers. So, as you guys know, I try to read every single comment you all send me. Attempt to is the keyword there. If I miss some comments, I do apologize. I usually don't. I think I usually am pretty good at responding to you all when the time arrives. So. Let me see. Oh yeah, you're pressure on defensive federations. You know what I could do, if this doesn't crash my game like it sometimes does? You're already paternal autocrat. Would you send me rifles? No. Just need to improve relations with them for a second. I think we're doing what? The United States and the Ottomans? Please don't crash my game. Oh. We will stop improving relations with you. I'm always worried I'm going to click on these and it's going to just immediately crash my game. And then request. Equipment. Won't give me tanks. They give me some convoys. They will give me convoys. They're sending me 3,400 rifles and 30 convoys. Better than nothing. Pretty much free equipment, so. Yeah, we can push these German units off these tiles here. We can push them back. Send some convoys. We did capture a railway battery. I think you guys were like a Ukrainian one or something. We'll put you under my let's see, where's he at? That guy right here. I love railway guns, by the way. Very fun to play with in the game. Let's see, did I get that equipment yet? 24, 4 days, 3 days. Oh, there goes Georgia. We get about 10,000 rifles and then a bunch of other equipment. Vladimir III has announced the cowardly Georgian nation. I think it actually is supposed to be Gregorian, but nation could no longer withstand the pressure from overwhelming pressure of the Russian forces throughout the country. The Georgian government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. The main forces have capitulated, and the Russian Empire is now in control of their home area. Though the war against what remains in the Reich Pax continues elsewhere, this is a great victory for the Moscow Accords. Yes. It's even a greater victory that I can just take these guys and finally push them north. Some convoys. Get rid of these Czechoslovakia units. The Sturmoviks. The shock units of the Russian army trace their origins to the bloody siege of Moscow in 1920, where whites formed Sturmovkins, or stormtroopers of their own, armed with grenades and wire cutters to storm through the defenses of the capital. Our best infantrymen are allocated into regimental special assault groups with a doctrine favoring either the cover of smoke or of darkness as the assault units storm enemy strongholds with armor and artillery support. As this has proven to be insufficient against fortified positions in Eastern Europe, the Stavka has assigned a number of officers to reform the assault units into something better fit to modern war. The first proposal would be transforming them into assault engineer sapper battalions. These units would focus on technological supremacy and work essentially as specialized combat engineers and sappers, supported by their own armored vehicles equipped with flamethrowers and bridging equipment. The SHISB proposal comes largely from engineers officers. The competing proposal comes largely from infantry officers to form separate assault rifle battalions, or OSHBs, or OSHSBs, essentially elite infantry battalions. Instead of expensive additional equipment, the focus is put on training and morale, picking the best of the best and giving them tools, steel cuirasses, submachine guns, and automatic rifles to finish the task, first in the breach and last to retreat. If we get assault engineer sapper battalions, we get engineer company entrenchment plus 200%. Engineer companies gain attack defense on forts, and then it's the same bonus, but it's different for pioneers, assault, or then we can do courage, which gives us 2.5% war support, and we get separate assault rifles. Support companies give 10% or plus 10 organization and 500 HP. Now that's really nice. but I think I'm going to go with the better engineers. I always play with engineers, and I really like engineers, so all my units stick with engineers. And just getting that flat bonus is usually quite nice. Lost a destroyer here in this fight. Lost 2 now. Yeah, but they lost 6, so. Alright. Bill Cross. Whatever that means. I want you. Let's move here. Just realized while I wasn't watching, they've done that. Ignore Mountaineers. Right here. As long as we're holding. Non-aggression pact, no thank you. Fights right now. Really see if we can collapse this block and push these guys out just a little bit. Oh, it's very loud. We are building medium tanks and we are building mechanized, or we're trying to at least get 20 on 20. We are building armored support vehicles. So we can do the super heavy howitzers. I just don't think I can afford them really. I do want to get towed rocket artillery, or just, yeah, start building some of that. We are building our improved small planes. Perfect. Yeah, they're kind of beefing up the defenses through here. Might be able to make a small encirclement here. Some rubber. And we are kind of high with our left wing anger and everything, and right wing anger. Just keep doing this one. Get rid of one of each for band plus 10%. Opponent's 0.10% weekly stability. Lose 0.35 daily political power gain. It's fine. All good. Do the best radios. The fall of Santiago. After a long and grueling campaign fighting all across the Andes Mountains, the Argentine flag flies proudly over La Monde Palace. The fighting was intense through the city streets and the famous Alameda Avenue and the Paseo Ahumada, with the Chilean forces offering intense resistance. However, the Argentines could eliminate the Chilean resistance in the city, and those that survived eagerly offered their surrender to the victorious Argentine army. The loss of Santiago would appear the Argentine, appear that Argentina now has the upper hand in the South American conflict. Chilean morale is undoubtedly low, and outside observers remark that it's only a matter of time before unrest grows due to Chile's lack of progress in its war against Argentina. Need to retake this tile right here because that will open up my railways to get back. supplies. Need to be watching. Man, my offensive failed. Total artillery, reliability, or defense. Defense. Air-to-air radar better. That's always good. Direct support, armor, and cheaper armor technology. Someone did say do the penal battalions over here, so they're very, very, very good. We'll try to get those here in a little bit. We'll probably do this one, and then do this one. Just boom, boom, boom. I want to do this one first, and then boom, boom, boom. Probably pretty low on rifles right now. Let's see. Are we going to do our old trick? Of course. So if you do this, I'll teach you guys this. I talked about it in the other episode. If you just max produce recruitable units, then you come over to these other countries and you're like, hey, I really need rifles, artillery, vehicles, tanks if they don't have tanks, convoys. They'll give you more depending on how many you are missing. So we'll hopefully not crash my game when I click on India. Trucks, rifles, towed artillery, tanks, convoys will give us all that. The Ottomans. I just have to wait. How long will it take for me to get the Ottomans equipment? 7 days. I can... I'll just exit or destroy these. Or not destroy them, but get rid of them. Oh, and they denied it immediately because I did that. Alright, so then we learned that one, but it's what you can do if you want. It does help you out immensely. Chile has capitulated. Oh, some of our old territories from our other world are starting to core. Kazilium, Tashkent. It's not you. Kazilium, Tashkent right here. That's nice. A little more resources. Lost a light tank there. Let's do armored spearhead. Better boats. Air superiority or mission efficiency. I almost always do the 8th generation chance. I'm going to do the air superiority mission efficiency. And we might as well do better rangers. Pamir, Smakar, Makar, all of them are now territories or core territories. Kozan. We did just liberate the capital of Latvia, so welcome them back into their territory. Kakand. I think all of these territories should be now cored. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, there's one more. Akashon. Otherwise, all of our areas over here are now cored. Very nice. Actually super useful for us, so. Got another ace pilot promoted. So I was like, really? I like the ace pilot, but it's not a whole lot of it. Okay, there we go. We have officially taken back all of the territory for the Latvians. But Akashun is now there you go. Perfect. I'm just gonna click you, and then I guess we can only do them by 5. 172 divisions. We'll let that play for a second. Now we ask. We do not click off of it. So send. Ottomans cancel. What's funny is I'm going to get all this equipment from the Ottomans, and then I'm going to turn around, declare war on them. Princely Federation, rifles, trucks, towed artillery, tanks, convoys. So Turkey's going to send us 30 convoys, 200 trucks, 160 artillery, 3,375 rifles. The Princely Federation is going to send me about 6,500 rifles, some early trucks, towed artillery, 0 tanks, 30 convoys. And the Nordic Federation is going to send me 7,400 guns, 428 artillery pieces, 219 trucks, and 30 convoys. And doop. Very nice. Thank you to all of them, especially because the Nordic Federation is assisting our Reichsback right now. Let's see. Want you aiming like this. Once we knock out these 2 Polish divisions. Let's see. Rubber blown by the wind. Ever since the Weltkrieg started, the worldwide demand for rubber skyrocketed, mainly caused by increased vehicle and plane production. Russia could not escape this trend, and in fact was hit harder than others, with the global war catching up to the main rubber producers, unreliable imports from the east, and constant warfare on the Baltic and Black Seas in the west. Any import of rubber was either hard or nearly impossible. Fortunately for us, one solution to this issue is being developed in the Alash Steppes. Tarakakun Kolgazi, also known as Russian dandelion, is a plant discovered in the 1930s by a group of Russian scientists interested in new rubber opportunities. It was noted that sap produced by the root of this plant contained up to 20% of natural rubber. While before the Weltkrieg any research on the topic was limited, the current situation changed the matter drastically, and soon large-scale plantations were created deep in the Kyrgyz steppe. While mainly Tarakuskum was cultivated, other sap species were quickly introduced as well, such as hibernum or Tagasus. I can't even. That doesn't even. Yeah, I'm not being able to pronounce that one. The rubber yield from the plantations, however, was not enough to make up for the cost of cultivation. This is without even considering the fact that demand is constantly increasing, despite a shortage of supply, but with no other viable option until the sea clears. This initiative continues to be expanded. While kids blew on dandelion clocks, adults used it to protect them. Add 3 rubber in Karaganda. Nice. Sorry, I gotta take me a sip of tea here. Approved heavy tank, there you go. Not in production just yet. We are going to do these super heavy tanks because someone had asked for them, so I will try to build some. Convoy. I did realize that we had pocketed these guys right here in Sebastopol in Crimea, so that is an encirclement, though it doesn't seem like it. It's your units, your units, and your units. 67 to get the armor specialist. The Symphony of Revenge. Shostakovich created the first draft for the future 7th Symphony before the war. This first contour, which grew into the overwhelming power of the snare drum beats, reflected the state of anxiety, the heavy foreboding that was then in the air. Shostakovich showed the work to his friends and students, but until recently did not consider it necessary to perform or publish it. I finished the first part of the work on September 3rd, the second part on September 17th, and the third on September 29th. Now I'm finished the last fourth part. I'm composing at a hellish speed, and I cannot stop, the composer said a few months ago. The finished 7th Symphony had already aroused great interest among Russian and foreign critics. Shostakovich decided to outline short program titles for all sections of the symphony: War, Memories, Native Spread, and Victory, while the symphony itself received the name the Symphony of Liberation. The premiere of this Symphony Number 7 took place in Petrograd in the Great Hall of the Petrograd Philharmonic Society under the orchestra of the Little Opera Theater, and was conducted by Samuel Samosud, known for his efforts of turning the Little Opera Theater into the laboratory of Russian opera. Alongside extensive cooperation with Shostakovich, the performance of the symphony took place in front of a completely overcrowded hall, broadcast on the radio across the country. The comment of writer Alexei Tolstoy, the 7th Symphony arose from the conscience of the Russian people who, without hesitation, accepted mortal combat with the Black Forces. It has grown to the size of great world art, understandable at all latitudes and meridians, because it tells the truth about a man in its unprecedented time of his trials. Soon appeared in more than one magazine, joining the avalanche of praise from the critics. Soon after the premiere, the military organized tours of several orchestras to the fronts, where the Symphony of Liberation was met with applause from frontline soldiers and commanders who had gotten the chance to experience civilian life away from home. Glory to the Liberators. We gained 5 base war support, or 4%. I'm sorry, not 5. We're holding for right now, which is a key. I'm gonna have you guys try to fight here in Ukraine. Move you all to try to fight also. Yeah, they just got a lot more planes than us. Just the cold, hard facts. So get you infantry. You need infantry expert. I'm not gonna give you anything. Resistance to occupation, of course. I know we can start making advances. Oh my goodness gracious. The Union of England's fleet right there just got absolutely destroyed, and we lost 60 convoys. Oh, wow. I can't believe I lost 60 convoys. try to get to Memo. Stop there. Move against Canos. It's the Baltic Sea. We can do on it. Yeah, we're gonna do some mines in the Baltic Sea. That is fine. We can do the armor expert fella. Yeah, main goal is to get to. If we can. Try to close that off, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to. Guess they move off, and I push, and I think I'm ready to. I lost some submarines. Have I built any submarines since the war started? Yes. Just put you off. Put you guys out there. Get some more submarines out in the field. Wants an improved light ship. Oh, they've made a push right here. We're absolutely getting punished by being attacked on all sides. Sometimes little pushes like that are not beneficial to you or your friends. Let's just destroy this group here. A little bit of microing right now. Just direct armor support. We could do this one. Like I said, I want to boom, boom. Get those penal units. Let's see, better artillery. Support artillery breakthrough. Army scouts to line artillery plus 20% soft attack. Oh, they lost a convoy. Something destroyer. I think this is going quite well. Sunk some more convoys there. Let's see what's going on over here. A little bit of pushing into the Netherlands. Otherwise, it's a standpoint right there. Actually, Germany's taking one tile from the Commune of France. It's really not that bad. Low on anything? Yeah, light tanks, of course. Construction wise. hoping when we got these territories down here, we would get a lot more mill factories, but it does not look like we did. We got some, we just didn't get a whole lot. Some convoys. Yeah, push that Germany out. Kaiser Wilhelm II is dead. Wilhelm II, the German emperor, has died of a pulmonary embolism in his home today, one of the last monarchs of the 19th century. Wilhelm II tried to continue the legacy of European greatness and world leadership. He initiated the policy of Weltpolitik, which bore fruit after the Weltkrieg as Germany became the foremost power of the world. He was the last leader of the old school, a bulwark against radicalism, a rallying point in the war, a stable leader in the unstable times. With his death, Crown Prince Frederick Wilhelm will ascend to the throne as Wilhelm III. More of a modernizer and extremist than his father, his succession marks a sea of change in German politics and diplomacy. How German partners and rivals will react is yet uncertain. What is sure is that with William II's death, the long waning of the 19th century is finally complete. The end of an era. Goodbye, old timer. We will not miss you. Let's keep going. I have to just trying to just to watch. We are pushing in the memo right there. We were able to take it. This will be the first territory of German territory. Yep. It's the first German territory we have been able to take. We lost some submarines. Hard attack. Once we're done there, we get some soft attack. We're almost done with this. We get mobilization speed plus 50% division attack on core territory and core defense. Oh, well, I mean, it's not as good then. It would have been better if I would have got that earlier. Let's see. We do get to dispatch barrier troops and transfer factories to Siberia, though I don't think that'll matter too much for us right off the rip. Let's get... That'll take a little too long, I think. Do better rocket artillery. The Kurchatov particle physicists have achieved many breakthroughs in Russia in the 1930s, spearheaded by scientists such as Igor Kurchatov, Igor Tom, Gregory Gamov, and others. Our experimental research institutes have formed a sound theory on the potential held by nuclear fission. They're not only the ones, however, it's no secret that nuclear physicists in Germany and the Third International have been delving into the potential of nuclear power as well, and all of them have come to the same conclusion, that it can be weaponized. Igor Kurchatov and several other Russian nuclear physicists have collectively signed a petition and presented it to Vladimir III, where they have rung alarm bells. Kurchatov informs the Foreign Scientific Journal have ceased any and all publication about nuclear research, even the most mundane reports, which only mean that it has become confidential information, and Russia's enemies must be actively developing nuclear armaments. The only answer is to create a dedicated Russian nuclear weapons program, a request which Kurchatov and his peers have been granted. Under Vladimir III's personal orders, new facilities have been opened up deep in the central Siberian for the RDS-1 project, reactive special engine, which shall recruit Russia's brightest to develop a weapon with the power to manifest apocalypse on Earth. Sorry, I got a little bit of water in my eyes there. So we construct a nuclear research facility in Novograd. Cool. We get another scientist. We already have one, but never hurts to have another one. There's nothing we can research just yet. The SMERSH gain plus 10% war support at the Department of State Security, or replace it with SMERSH. We get negative 10% resistance target, 1 operative slot, plus 20% to military police organization. We also get anti-insurgency tactics, which gives us leg infantry suppression bonus plus 15 and 15% for our mounted infantry, so our cavalry. That actually is really good for post-war us. We could evacuate. We're not going to. Or we could dispatch barrier troops, but we're not needing to either. Let's see, we're still fighting in the Baltic. We could probably move these units into Belarus. I don't know if they even have units fighting in Belarus, so actually go back to the Baltic. Or, even better yet, oh, this man died. You guys can come down here to fight in Ukraine. There we go. Now we're being a little bit more, little better fight there. Not going to move any of my factories over. Really not a reason to. Not going to waste the political power right now. Smirch will be really good, though, to get. Now we're back in this little bit of a holding pattern. Ooh. I think I see the gateway opening. Euphilinius right here. Let's do research, or production resources needed for our equipment cheaper. Push that pocket back. I'm trying to look and see where we could actually maybe make a push. Polish nationalists crushed. Our intelligence service indicated that we were too late. The Polish nationalists were promised that we would reach their country in time. But where the timetables off, our enemies in Warsaw have taken great action to take down their agents. There may be a chance of another uprising in the future, but not for now. Grr. We are taking a while. Trucks. And I get that. I get that we're kind of, I wouldn't say stalemating, but we're struggling a little bit. Researching resources. I really need to make me a cheap cast plane, but Antonio Pepelieva is wounded. Let's see. They just have so many units everywhere. See what we can do with that.
До приказа. Идем на кров. Внимание! Держать дистанцию! Готов выдвигаться.
Might be able to attack that pile there.
Готов выдвигаться. Готов выдвигаться.
Should be able to push these guys back into Belarus proper.
Мирно.
Lost 3 convoys. No, yeah, 3 convoys. They lost 2 submarines. The Union of Britain did. Mountaineers, better organization. Just save right now. We're actually doing relatively well on our war support, so. Oh. Lost 2 destroyers.
Я готов. Вперед, выходим. Внимание!
Ooh, the Italian state has been annexed. Socialist Republic Italy. Keep them out.
Я готов.
Oh, did we lose our... Yeah, we lost one of our... And we're attempting to get for the penal colonies. What are they called? Aces.
Слушаю. Занимаю укрытие. Слушаю.
Let's see. Up here. Can't do you yet either. 10% war or 10% political power gain, 10% war support, defensive war stability modifier. We're not on a defensive war. Population stability. Global population. Air superiority to the fighter would be nice. I think I actually might get her just for the monthly population stability and research speed. Let's see, sit from up here and watch.
Готов выдвигаться. Выходим! Выходим! Готов? Так точно!
That's here. Hey, we're having a hard time cutting through right here. For sure.
Что приказано? Я готов. Что приказано?
Come on, boys. I don't know why they keep getting pushed out right there.
Слушаю. Я готов. Выходим.
Tell you what, they're struggling pretty hard. Germans don't have a lot of tanks left.
Мирно.
Medium tanks, at least.
Мирно.
Troops over there. Not made many gains for sure. Let's see. Unlocks jet engines. Oh, that already did it. So actually, I kind of want to do you. The heavy bomber. Scores. Production efficiency gain.
Слушаю.
Yeah, let's do the cheese strat again. Hopefully my allies around this region. I'm not gonna keep getting American equipment because it requires me to get my convoys to use, which that's just kind of dangerous for me. Get some from the Princely Federation and then the Nordic Council. Alright. 4,000 from the Princely Federation, 8,400 from the Nords, and 5,000 from the Turks. Very nice. So you. Syrian Republic declare war on Lebanon. Trying to watch everything is defensive with us right now. The longer we stay on the defensive, the more we hurt these guys, the better we are. Click on you, just look real quick. You have 1,000,000 manpower left. You have 400 to 680. You have 1,000. So they'll start to hemorrhage troops. And we'll see that. Like here, we've got casualties. The most are from Ukraine and Germany. You know, like Germany, we've killed almost 900,000 Germans. We defeated all of Finland's military. See, Riga, 41,000. Georgia. We're, I think, almost on par with the Georgian military for losses. Lithuania killed almost 66 or 61,000, 60,000. Belarus 233,000. Ukraine right here. 459,000 of their troops are killed by us. Though we do have, they've killed more of us, but the co-prosperity sphere is kind of weak.
Готов?
Really, if I could get some of these
Мирно!
really good tank divisions out, I'd be set clear.
Я готов! Так точно!
Look, a destroyer and some convoys. Do the press censorship campaign again. War of motors and horses. Russia, unlike Europe, cannot boast of a dense network of paved roads, but cavalry does not need highways. It's capable of traversing even wooded areas without needed for gasoline or spare parts. Despite the advancing motorization and mechanization, horses remain an important method of transportation across Russia, including the military. The state factory stables have developed a new cultural herd technology for horse breeding, which made it possible in a very short time to standardize a significant number of crossbred horses for specific military purposes. The military subsidizes for the stud farms increase the horse production at a scale unprecedented compared to other European countries. Most cavalry units are tasked with reconnaissance and raiding enemy territory, acting as dragoons or mounted infantry, but they are also trained to fight in close combat on horseback. Even lava formation attacks, a mass attack of an entire unit on horseback at a gallop, are used if the commander believes that the situation is favorable for such an attack. The armament of the cavalryman depends on the unit he is in. A cavalry squadron includes a saber, an anti-tank, and machine gun platoons. Those placed in saber platoons receive a carbine and a saber, often used as pistols as their secondary weapon. The rest, in addition to small arms and sabers, learn how to use their own weapons, anti-tank rifles, machine guns, or mortars. As a new development, first cavalry mechanized groups have been formed, consisting of armored trucks and cavalry, intended to act as a rapid exploitation force in tandem with mechanized units. Ride. Very nice. Very cool. They're really trying to push hard, those Panzer units.
Готов!
You spy. I want you. Because I want you to diplomatic pressure him. Then you two you up here. Start rooting out resistance. The Mahu Mahu War down in Middle Africa.
Внимание! Внимание! Брось!
I'm telling you, it's these tanks, man. I'm struggling to defeat Russian tanks right now. Of course, most of my units don't have anti-tank, so Let's see, reliability, max speed, fuel usage, production cost, or armor, attack, breakthrough, fuel usage, production cost. We'll do the armor defense for our helicopters. Some convoys.
Так точно. Ройс!
Alright, there we go. The redemption of guilt. Oh, they're actually like... Well, that's horrible for them. Let's see, where would my penal battalion be useful? I think probably right here. Put you under your own units. Probably Grinchen. Maybe even Dericus. I think you're an organizer. We'll do you. Can I actually recruit? Yeah, we can actually. We get 12 more of these guys out.
Ройс!
Shoot him over there. Now we're 15,000 rifles in the hole. Let's do the separate mechanized divisions. I want to get some of these out.
Готов! Целюсь!
The tanks are very annoying. So I made that massive push here.
Ройс! Готов подвигаться. Так точно. Я готов. Так точно.
I don't even know how. Strafniks are going into battle. Company-sized penal units are already formed at the beginning of the war, but only with the issuance of order number 323. Penal units grew into the size of brigades of varying combat strength, usually being attached to regular division or corps. Straffer brigs or penal brigades play a role in the sectors of the front where extreme courage and recklessness are required. The life of Strafnik penalized soldiers is often measured in one or two such attacks. The officer of penal brigades are professional soldiers, clean before the law. The rank and file of the brigade consists of soldiers and officers convicted of crimes. The service in a penal brigade is only 3 months, but given how dangerous their tasks are, many do not make it through. Those who have earned military awards are released with their rank and rights restored. In the case of death, their families are given a pension on a general basis. This gives them an incentive to do their best against the scorn of the rest of the army. Most of them will die in a muddy ditch or a minefield, but those few who do survive have everything to win. Many of you will die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. There's a reference to something there. Lose 1 war support. If you get the reference, let me know in the comments. I get the reference. I'd hope the majority of you got the reference.
Принимаю укрытие. Смирно. Слушай. Я готов. Слушаю.
You know, I'm already over the top
Мы под
right now,
огнем.
but what if we just keep playing? Why am I starting to lose right there now?
Жду приказа.
I swear it's the tanks that are just ripping right through me. They have so many medium tanks.
Слушаю. Внимание.
Better rocket artillery. Let's do the better actual artillery.
Внимание. Готов? Готов выдвигаться. Внимание.
I try to take
До
Koenigsberg.
приказа.
Canyon, took some land.
Выходим. Стой.
Could exploit it. I'd exploit it with motorized right there. My motorized is as hard as they can, trying to defend against this tank onslaught.
Я готов. Готов подвигаться.
And then for a second. Now, start to hold again. Yeah, sorry this is going to be a long episode. Well, I'm really not sorry that's a long episode, because I like long episodes. But it's just going to be a long episode.
Вперед! Выходим! Внимание! Слушаю!
Breakthrough. Stability left wing, right wing anchor change by -1 or gain base war support +5%. Do increase salaries. Should bring you guys down to what? 1 and 3. That's pretty good. I'm telling you, if I could get my motorized up there, we'd be set.
Готов подвигаться.
Lost a light cruiser, 3 destroyers right there.
Слушаю!
My god, I wish their tanks would just stop.
До приказа. Выходим!
What do we have in medium tanks right now? 700 are mechanized. Ah, not there just yet.
Стой! Мы под огнем! Готов подвигаться!
The second Mahidist revolt. So we have the Kingdom of Egypt declared war on Sudan. So I guess Sudan, where you're from.
Готов! Внимание!
Put some of his guys over here. Don't think we're going to break through those forts. I'm going to move these cavalry guys off. Put them over here now.
Я готов. Брось!
How much anti-tank do I have? 4,000. You guys are going to get anti-tank. Babylon. Yes. Anti-air. And scouts. Probably not enough support equipment. We need infantry. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. That's you totally worth it. Yeah. Stuff. Needed. Let's see. I know. Let's use it one more time. Support equipment, anti-air, rifles, anti-tank, artillery. Any gimme tanks? No. Send. For the Ottomans. Anti-air, tanks, support equipment. Alright, they will never give me light tanks. Alright, you. Modify. Request. Set. Alright, the Ottomans gives me 5,000 rifles, 136 artillery pieces, 250 support equipment, 71 anti-tank, I think, and 3 anti-air. 720 support equipment, 71 anti-air, 7,859 rifles, 350 artillery. I'm sorry, the Bofors 37. Yeah, that's anti-tank, so 155 anti-tank. And from you, 400,250 infantry equipment, 28 towed anti-air, 142 towed artillery, 67 towed anti-tank, and 192 support equipment. Not too bad, not too shabby. Was definitely worth the get. See, Japan, you will probably not send me any rifles. Probably could be friends with Dominion of Canada, but
Слушаю! Жду приказа. Я готов.
lost 6 submarines there. Alright, their tanks are not nearly as good now.
Брось! Выходим!
That was hurt. Whoa. It was getting me good. Ground support. We really don't have very good artillery. parts of their cast.
Готов.
We finally stabilized. Nuclear reactors. Let's do the experimental rockets early. A few more days for this. Theorist or shock proponent. Ooh, this is what I needed. Yevne Messer. Who is Sergey? Hold on, let me find Sergey. I think we retired him. Yeah, I think it was if you go one path, you don't get him. If you go the other path, you get him.
Внимание!
The next research slot that opens up. Let's do. Better encryption. We can start. Let's see. Start decrypting Germany. Yeah, it's fine. Lost another cruiser. Would have thought the only thing we needed to do is put our anti-tank in. Ooh. We lost a heavy cruiser, 1 light cruiser, and 13 destroyers. Ouch. Here's my main fleet back.
Что приказывает? Брось! Внимание! Не стоим, идем!
No, stop attacking, please. Might be useful. Nice improved scores. Defense. I think we need all of these all fighters. I'm sorry, it's very loud. Let me back up for you guys. Force combat training and marsh. Improved logistics company. They would actually be really useful. You would also be really useful. Let's do you first.
Готов подвигаться.
Do we put you under Boris or we put you under your own tank commander? A rising star. Mikhail Kutukov. Who's the tank guy anyway? Yakov. Isn't that who I just was looking at? No.
Смирно!
Let's see, we're actually gonna switch you with
Готов?
him. And then Boris, you're gonna go under his command. So everything's right.
Внимание! Внимание!
It's got to move around. It's very stuck right there. Oh, this is for carriers.
Готов!
The United States has sent units over here? How dare they?
Внимание! Внимание! Занимаю укрытие! Слушаю! Занимаю укрытие! Держать дистанцию!
But we're on with that.
Мирно!
This really might not even hold Queensburg. Daughters of the Motherland. With Russian men fighting for the fate of the motherland, women remain in the support duties, chiefly staffing hospitals and radio stations. There have been raising voices promoting the idea of a new woman's military unit and the legacy of Maria Boshkaryova's Women's Battalion of Death. Despite the failures of the unit, it continues to inspire some more radical politicians within our party. Peter Rangel reports that under pressure from politicians, he has organized a separate women's volunteer infantry brigade, but in the meantime, he's established a strict physical standard and sent them to the rear for military training, which in his word, God knows they will need. Piotr Rangel, at the last meeting with the chairman minister, categorically refused to send women to the front line, instead preferring to keep them in a support role. For now, we have several options for how to resolve the issue. Allow the separate women's volunteer infantry brigade to complete their training and send to the front lines, regardless of the warning of the military experts that this is a terrible idea. Reassign women to the support personnel, which will relieve men from these positions, or simply outright admit that women have no place near the front lines and should contribute to the war effort in the factories instead. Patriotism knows no gender. Change the popularity of paternal autocracy -3%. Russia creates a unit in Moscow. Women in our country are allowed to become military pilots. Expand the military or the women's military auxiliary role. We lose 20 political power. We appoint advisor Maria Zakharchenko, which gives us plus 7% worst recruitable population factor, 5% war support, 86,000 manpower. Women in our country are allowed to become military pilots. Enables improved field hospitals, or absolutely not. Really, we just get one unit. I think this is a little bit better, personally. Just for the pure basis of improved field hospitals. Though I feel like patriotism knows no gender in the people's my mind's blinking. I don't know why. With the people's or the czar's people's monarchist. Oh my lord. But I think I will end the episode here. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Should we do patriotism, knows no gender, or expand women's military auxiliary role? I like both of them. I think this one's a little bit better, but I'll let you guys choose. So I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 11. Some pretty good, pretty good movements right here. I know that we're not moved a lot right here, and we're mostly on the defensive, but we have pushed down quite a bit. Really could wish we could have took Valenius, but we are kind of holding right here right now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 11, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.